Addition to our social media ministry. This is Testimony Tuesday, uh, something that God has laid on some people's hearts here at the church to do. So we're going to be having different ones on every week, giving their testimony. So you might see some familiar faces on here. You might see some people you don't know. You might hear different stories, different backgrounds. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody has the same lifestyle. Not everybody lives the same lifestyle. So you'll be able to hear a lot of things. So if there's some things you're battling with and you're trying to seek out some answers or how other people has done it, just hold tight and tune in to this Testimony Tuesday every week because I'm sure that you're gonna hear something that's gonna help you. So my name is Pastor Adam. I'm the senior pastor here at Walnut Grove Family Worship Center. When I was 10 years old, the Lord called me into the ministry. I heard the call from the Lord, and I was in a church where, bless his heart, the preacher he didn't really know much more than to say, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to go with it. So I remember as a kid, preaching around different places, and I preached all when I was in school, all the way up through school, and when I got out of school, I kind of drifted a little bit. I was kind of bouncing in and out, in and out, in and out of church, and I'll never forget it's been several years ago now. I was out church and I was going to the gambling boats and I was going, spent 31 nights in a row going to the gambling boat. I got paid and I spent all my money except I had enough money to put gas in my car and give me a bite to eat, and I was done for 2 weeks. I was broke because I had made some foolish choices. So I went to a Denny's and I went inside this Denny's and I went to sit down, and this couple, man and woman, sitting at this table. Now, as far as I remember looking around, it was me, this man and woman, and the workers in there. There was nobody else in there. She had a dress on, he had a suit on. And he come up to me and he called me by my name. And he said, I want you to know the Lord's got a message for you. Well, at this time, I was out of church, mind you. I really didn't care what the Lord had to tell me. Didn't care what the message was. But I listened, though, because I was always taught to be polite and respectful, so I listened. And the message was that the Lord saw me as an airplane hovering over a landing strip. And as soon as I got ready to put my wheels down, that he was going to open up some doors and do things for me like I'd never seen before. He was going to use me in a mighty way. And this gentleman handed me a card. And kind of find out he was a minister. He pastored a church in the town that we was in. And he said, whenever you get ready, he said, I don't care if it's now, next year, 5 years from now. He said, my pulpit's waiting on me. And I thought, okay. So I went on, tucked that in the back of my mind, still doing some things, running and gunning like I was, go to church every once in a while, still out here running and gunning. Been through a couple failed marriages. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it is what it is. So been through some failed marriages. But December 17th, 2017 now, I believe it's been about 3 years now. The day before my youngest sister's birthday. She passed away when she was 10. She was born December 18th. It was December 17th. I was driving, it was on a Sunday, and I was driving from my house over to a Mexican restaurant that was on the south side of town. And I drove by this church, and this church had been established for years. The man of God that's there now, he'd been there for about 12 plus years, I think he told me. But he'd been there for a while, and I knew this man of God. I knew him from in town. Me and him, some activities together. So I knew who he was. I knew where he pastored. So the Lord spoke to me. He said, I'm going to meet you there tonight. He said, get the night your night. Well, didn't realize it. I thought I was still running and gunning, but I didn't realize I was down to my last straw. I was down to my wits' end. And when he spoke that to my heart, I just felt everything. Like I was so, like I was just burdened down. I had a lot of stuff on me, and I was tired. I began to feel tired, and I thought, all right, Lord. So I went on to eat, and I got a hold of this pastor, and I said, what time's your church tonight? He said, 7:30. It's okay, I'll see you there. So I walk in, it's about 7:20, 7:25, they're praying. They had prayer meeting before church. They was all on their knees, all before God. They was on their face crying out to God. Had some music playing in the background, and that music began to hit my heart and began to convict me. And I sat toward the back, and he come back and he said, brother, he said, how'd you know I pastor this church? So I went on and told him, I said, I know who you are, yada, yada, yada. So he got, to be honest with you, I don't even remember what he preached because I knew it was there for a purpose. When he gave an altar call, boom, I was at that altar. I fell on my face, and I reached up, and it was like I was reaching the feet of Jesus. And I said, Lord, if you would take me back, I said, I'll serve you to my dying days. That's been 3 years ago. The Lord's blessed me with a great job. He's blessed me financially. He's allowed me to become senior pastor of a church that my family, my dad, my aunt, my grandma grew up in. They got saved, baptized, filled with the Holy Ghost in this church. God has done tremendous things for me. And if he can do that for me, somebody that was wishy-washy, that was in and out all the time, that wanted to be seen and heard, trying to make a show for herself, trying to make a name for myself, I was trying to build Adam's kingdom, not God's kingdom. He can do that for you. So I encourage you today, if you're battling, if you're out there, you're in and out, you're wishy-washy, you don't know what to do, you go to church one Sunday, you miss 4 or 5 the next, I encourage you, get a hold of God. Just fall down on your knees and say, God, here I am. Here I am. But you've got to get tired. You've got to get tired of what you're doing before anything can happen. So we love you today. We appreciate you. And we hope this testimony is a blessing to everybody that hears this. God bless you.